All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle and Elders in New York, GMS. And salutation to Yak around the world is teaching the truth. And so I want to be serious. My name is Maya Kala, but Gad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. All right, black is a color, not a nationality. Nobody walking around the earth black like shoe polish. All right, that's for black leather boots. All right, nobody's walking the earth like that. All right, there's like all the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers' paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any violent militant terrorist groups. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. All right, so I meant to do this a while ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because Fopi, so-called Edras, they keep making these videos. All right, keep claiming that nobody could cross the Euphrates River. That's all they could talk about. They're not talking anything that's relevant because they don't know a damn thing. All right. And it just being spiteful to deny that the so-called Latinos and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. I just can't see that because when I'm here we're here in Chicago, when I go to eat from the so-called Puerto Rican neighborhood, I'll just see Negro looking people. That's all I see. They come from the darkest, my skin color, some darker than me, then the lightest light. That's all I see, man. But no, whatever, man. All right. So they just doing it, trying to deny the 12 tribe chart, which they've been shut down all over again, and it just, you know, it's a few things they just can't explain. If the so-called Latino Native American are Israelites, why did they go to slavery? Why was they shipped from here to Europe to Africa to the Mediterranean and elsewhere around the world? Why were they enslaved here alongside the so-called Negroes? Why were their heritage taken away? Why were they given Spanish and Portuguese and sometimes French surnames? That's some stuff you all have to answer, man. You Negro on the Israelites, all right? Why they in the ghettos alongside with the so-called Negroes, Judah? Ghetto means a place where the Jews dwell. The so-called Native American tribe of Gad, they got reclassified. The dark-skinned ones got reclassified with the so-called Negroes, and they was called Black, Negro, African American, Black American, and such. Why did that event happen to them? Because of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. And there's no prophecy of Japhetic people being enslaved and shipped all over the world. There's no prophetic no prophecy in Deuteronomy 28 that said the Hamites will be, because some of y'all try to go that Hamite route, trying to call the so-called Latinos and Native American Hamites. All right, there's no prophecy of Hamites being shipped across the world, they name changed 10,000 times and called bad words, and being beat down, raped, exploited, land taken, dwelling siege. All right, always on the no prophecy of Hamites doing that, and that's all cut for you Latino and Israelites who like to say the so-called Negroes are Canaanites. Well, Canaanites aren't prophesied to forget their heritage. Canaanites aren't prophesied to call borrowers. Canaanites are not prophesied to be shipped all over the world. Show me a prophets of Canaan forgetting their heritage. Or any other curses in Deuteronomy 28. All right. It's just stupid, man, because in Deuteronomy 28 and 44, it says that the heathen, I'm just paraphrasing, that the heathen among us should get up high and Israel should go down very low. There's no prophet said, well, the heathens, except for Canaan, should be the head and Canaan should be the tail alongside Israel. Don't prophet say that. All right. And back to the Latinos and so-called Latino Native Americans. So, folks, you got to explain why the indigenous people of America does now call Latinos and Native Americans. Why was they shipped from America and elsewhere if they not the children of Israel? Amos chapter, I believe, chapter 3, verse 2. I would say he only punishes Israel, only knows Israel. I'm just paraphrasing. All right, but this going to this dumb video. All right, this one right here.
This is the Iraqi marshlands, Bakwash. No ships can go through the Iraqi marshlands, Bakwash. Over better access to our Iranian contact told us, Bakwash, no ships can go through the Iraqi marshlands. Now watch how these buffaloes walk through the where her family raised buffalo. The waters, Bakwash. She's seen no improvement to their lives in recent years. No Mexican, no ships can go through to their lives. No Mexicans and Hispanics went through the Iraqi marshlands.
All right, and this idiot down here, it says, Euphrates floods every year, aka he held back the flood. Shots, fire, things. Really, just cut yourself. All right, always Jake. Let's leave these comments. Let's go to this channel, see what's on nothing. And see about. Joined December 2013 and 20. All right, so he did nothing ever since this year. December is June, almost July. All right. All right, went from Timberlands to Nike shoes and ain't done anything. All right, so go back, look at the comment. Daughter of Zion. All right, see if she do. Look at her channel. She probably got more videos than because of damn. All right. So she got 3 videos. Right. So she got a gap a year. All right. But anyway, so they like to push that narrative. They can't make up their mind. Sometimes they'll say that the so-called natives and Latinos, they're so-called white, or Spanish, or they'll say they're Moab, so-called Chinese, and so-called Japanese. All right, so they can't make up their mind, but really, the Nordic can range from dark to darker chocolate, Wesley Snipes, to very light, man. All right, it's not what Esau portrayed on TV, but back to this river. Euphrates River. All right, if you go to it, that's it right here. That's not a want. Go ahead. All right, so right here, they say they only show you one section of the river, but you have to remember it's flooded. All right. So I put Canal across the Euphrates River. Alright, anyway, so they're gonna circulate certain parts of it. First of all, their river's being dried out. All right, catastrophic drought threatening Iraq as major dams and surrounding cities. All right, so that river more deeper and wider than it was before. All right, see, Cornell gonna have you Jace up no concentration camps, man. All right, that's what Cornell gonna land you. supposedly elder. Keep doing this folly, all right? You can scream, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not with GMS, I'm not with Men of Valor, I'm not with DJ, all this stuff. And all the guy gonna do is slap the head out your ass. Excuse my French, with his machine gun, all right? Knock your teeth out your mouth, tell you shut the hell up and get your ass in that corner. Excuse my French again, all right? But all right, you can see right here, all right? And you see Euphrates River. All right, you just look, it's easy, man. All right, because they're trying to use that Euphrates. Let me see. Yeah, you think you walk across there, you're a damn fool. All right. Let me put right, watch this. Ships and I'm trying to keep this short. Man, my damn. But you can walk across it. All right, you see a river drying up. All right. The scripture said the river flooded. All right. That's the Tigris. All right. Also, there's crocodiles and stuff, and that river flooded up, and then you going, walk across there. Go ahead. Back in the ancient times, see what happened. See how wide that is. You gotta be kidding me, man. Because springtime, every spring the river floods. And afraid so I went to the boats. Let's see, boats. The Euphrates expedition 1836. Nigga, they tragedy. So March 1836, the German natural Dr. John Wilhelm and his wife Baroness Pauline Duran arrived from the banks of Fair River near Belgrade, present-day Turkey. The couple were traveling from Prague to Kalut and had arranged to send the Euphrates to a Persian Gulf port a British steamship. His white memoir recalled the scene of beats confused and agreed to mourn the Turks and Christians were seen everywhere laden with most various things, all such scattered about the banks of the river amongst things, avils, bellow guns carried wheels, center trunks, and chests of strong 10 poles and immense quantity of planes. Later by the river, two steamships, Euphrates, the Euphrates and Tiger both, and it had been transported from Liverpool. From the British engineers took a year to assemble a vessel preparation. First navigation of Euphrates by steamship from Barrow to Disney. In charge of expedition was Captain Francis Ross, who accompanied much the question established travel route between Britain and India, avoiding the Cape Good. Chance negotiated Euphrates by sailboat in 1804 was confident the Great was a national steamship. Strategy project tried to enter British government since Napoleon Mail traveled from India to London. Then almost over the land, Mesopotamia, Iraq, and Syria, the government for the reason to transport goods along some route could bring great economic product advantage of British Empire war chest and 25,000 pounds more than 2 million pound present they turned to undertake this establish a steamship route. All right. The accident progress downstream was slow, reels not without tragedy. On 21 May 1830, a tornado wrought considerable damage upon both steamers, causing the Tiger to sink with the loss of 21 hands. After 3 months, Euphrates alone entered the Chateau where the Tigers and Euphrates rivers meet the Persian Gulf. All right. In some report, the government chassis said the expedition had been successful. That Euphrates was navigable. Salah was navigable by steamship. However, first edition 81 concluded because of numerous irrigation dams. See that dams? They put those. There weren't no dams back in no ancient times. All right. Irrigation dam, other obstacle that emerged during the river's low season. Euphrates as a trade route was impractical. All right, because they Ishmael, Elam, wherever. All right, those people in Iraq and Iran, they put all those dams around us by the river low, man. But it said it was very navigable, all right, by steamships. So, and just thinking ancient times before they put those dams and they made that water low, especially when it's flooded, because it floods every spring. All right, those ships that those 10 tribes had, they was able to sail through them. All right. Okay. So, it's the end of that argument, man. All right, so let's go to scripture. All right, second Edras, 13 and 39. It says 40. It said, those are the 10 tribes which carry away prisoners out of their own land. The time Hosea, the king, whose Salzmore, the king of Syria, led away captive. He carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land. All right, so he was in Assyria. It said, but they took counsel among themselves that they will lead the multitude of heathen and go forth into the further country where never mankind dwelt. Right, so mankind was dwelling over in the area, especially in Africa. Ham was all through that land, man. All right, so where never mankind dwelt. All right, use your common sense. All right, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. All right. And you see one thing, all right, Tobit, he from the tribe of Naphtali, he was keeping the law, statute, commandments. One no Levite priests around him, man. All right. So you keep the law while the tribe of Levi, all right? They try and go that route. All right, it's saying they entered Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. It says, for the Most High didn't show signs for them, hell stood the flood till they was passed over. All right, what is flood? Flood result what? Water overflowing. Water overflowing. All right, they didn't had no trick. Water shoes, water sandals. All right, they won a bunch of damn magicians. All right, the Most High held that stuff. Cause why? Cause they was in boats or ships. They sailed through there till they was passed over. Right, they didn't walk in the river, along the river, all that stuff, man. Through that country, there was a great way to go, named a year and a half, and the same which called Asareth. Asareth means far land, far away land. All right. Through that country, there was a great way to go, named a year and a half. All right, you can't walk a year and a half from Iraq to Turkey or to Africa. All right, it's just impossible, man. All right, so the 12 tribes chart is correct, man. All right, there's no denial about it, man. All right, cut. It's madness out, man. All right, so with this, I hope you all been edified and shalom.